I'm trying out a few different styles of filming as of late, so bear with me while I get it figured out. And let me know what you think, if you like it better when I'm just cards only or when I can interact with you guys, or whatever you guys think. I set up my little crystal altar back here, lit a candle for us, lit some incense for us, got some salt sitting there for us. I already set up the piles. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. This is EMMAgineIntuit. I am the Intuit at present on this channel and probably forever. I don't know why I said at present. And my name is Emma. I'm so happy to see you guys here. And to those of you who are coming back for another beautiful video, thank you and welcome to my imagination citizens, I guess, residents, nationals, whatever you want to call yourselves. This video, what we're doing is we are talking about what is coming in September in love, in money, and in spirituality. I think I might do like a little bit of warnings, you know, things to watch out for. If it's not clear enough in the reading, then that's probably what I'll do. But we're going to be clarifying with my new vice versa deck. It's very cool. All of the cards have a front and a back side. If you haven't seen this before, it's a very cool deck. Here is the box for it. Who is this by? This is by Massimiliano Filadoro. And the artwork is by Davide Corsi. That's what the front looks like. I just got it on Amazon. It was like 20 bucks. No big deal. So, before we get started, I really want to let you guys know that I am booking up for readings this month. So if you are trying to get a reading from me, the information is down below and across the screen right here, where you can contact me to set that up. I offer either pre-recorded video or a video call. The thing that makes this the easiest for me is if you guys take just 1 second quick before you pick your cards to give me permission to connect with your energies. I have a moral and ethical standard that I keep to where I don't read anybody's energies who I don't have permission to read. So if you can right now just think to yourself or say out loud, I give you permission to read my energies, you will, I promise you, get better results, and I will be able to connect and come up with better readings. So help me out. Let me help you. Help me help you. Okay, thank you so much. All right, this right here is going to be pile number 1. This right here is going to be pile number 2. And this right here is going to be pile number 3. So let's get to picking, y'all. So give your permission. Take a deep breath in. And I like to close my eyes and visualize in front of me which pile is for me by imagining all 3 piles and seeing which one kind of stands out the most, or even sometimes I give the piles permission to grow taller, and whichever one grows the tallest, that is the one that I would pick. So, if you want to try it that way, otherwise just whichever one is drawing your eye, whichever one you're noticing first when you look at the table. Okay, I'm going to get my drink out of the way here after I take a sip. This is some delicious iced coffee. I put some like Irish cream flavoring in it, and it's making me feel like I'm drinking alcohol, but I'm not. Because it's like midday, and I ain't the one. I ain't that girl. I actually don't drink at all. All right, so let's get started here. Pile number 1. Let's see what's coming for you. First, we'll start with money. I pulled 3 cards for each. Some of them, each one of them got at least 1 extra card. So we'll find out where yours is. I can't remember where it is right now, but let's figure it out. All right. So in money, we have the 8 of Swords, interference. Okay, the 8 of Swords, interference. We have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is all about passion, sexuality, sensuality. We might have some people who work in a field which they're, that it might be sexual in nature. So if that's you, I mean, I'm sure not everybody's going to resonate with that, but it's definitely possible. I'm going to turn the brightness down on my... See if that washes everything out a little less here. Yeah, that's a little better, I think. Oh, sorry. All right. So, and she also has a very keen instinct. That's why she has this cat with her. So, before we get started here on this whole reading overall, the first thing that's coming through is that there's an interference. The 8 of Swords, there is some fear involved with following your intuition, okay? So then we have the Death card in reverse. So what I'm seeing here is that you guys have been kind of stuck in a lack mentality, that you are not seeing the forest for the trees, right? Or the tree, whatever, you know the phrase. Like you're not seeing the bigger picture here, and you're also not seeing like a way out of the woods, to kind of continue with the analogy. Because the Death card tells me that Spirit is trying to get rid of something in your life and it's being resisted. We have it in reverse here. And then especially following these 2 cards. These 2 cards are really the focus that I'm looking at right now, because the 8 of Swords can sometimes mean a victim of circumstance. It's called interference. But with the Queen of Wands here in reverse, the Queen of Wands is very powerful. She's very passionate, and she's really decisive. She's especially in business matters. The element of fire rules wands, and that is also the element of business. So I really think that right now you guys are feeling a little insecure at work. You guys are not necessarily allowing abundance to come in for you. Tell me more about this Queen of Wands, please. Tell me more about this Queen of Wands in reverse. Spirit, tell me more about this Queen of Wands in reverse, please. So we have the 10 of Cups in reverse. We have the Empress in reverse. We also have the Ace of Swords in reverse. The Ace of Wands in reverse. And the 9 of Cups, back of the card, in reverse. So it's looking like you guys are facing a lot of blockages. Actually, everything was also in reverse. A big part of that is you guys are not nurturing your energies right now. You're not nurturing your development. You're like, because the Empress card is about being a leader, but also it's about like nurturing yourself at home and with your family. And we also have the 10 of Cups here, which is a family card. It's also joy and emotional fulfillment. So I feel like you're not fulfilled at work, and there are maybe some problems at home. Communication issues, especially because we have the Ace of Swords in reverse, meaning that there is a communication, there's a truth not being told. And, oh, actually, you know what? We have the Ace of Wands upright. So to me right now, because this is the back of the card for the Ace of Wands, this is the front, this is the back. And so for me, that's saying kind of maybe the more negative energies of the Ace of Wands, which is maybe anger, passion in its negative sense, so aggression. There might be some arguing going on in your family that's affecting your life in business, because we have the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups in reverse. So you're personally dissatisfied and dissatisfied at home and in your partnerships, and it is starting to affect your work. It's starting to affect the money that's coming in. So I think maybe at home you've been having a hard time communicating with, if you have a significant other, communicating with them, but also you may just not be honest with yourself. So for some of you who are not having issues in your relationship or at home, I feel like you're just not being honest with yourself that this job does not fulfill you, because we have a bunch of cards about lacking fulfillment here, and lacking personal strength in the situation, lacking the ability to believe in oneself is like missing here, okay? Because we have all 3 of these cards in reverse. The 9 of Cups especially tells me, like, you see this angel here is holding a horn, like as if to kind of say like, hey, we're trying to get your attention here. You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe that we are trying to bring you something new, because we also have the Death card in reverse. So maybe you're comfortable in this position, but it does not make you happy. It does not fulfill you, and it's not something that you're very passionate about, and you're not willing to kind of admit that to yourself. So we also have the Ace of Wands, which is telling me that you are afraid to start a new business venture because of the difficulties that might come with that. And they're trying to tell you, we are guiding you through this. We want to bring you some personal satisfaction in this way. Tell me about the money situation. Tell me about the money situation involved in this. How is this affecting their money? How's this affecting their money? Tell me about the money situation. They're telling me that this is directly affecting your money, that you are experiencing heartbreak, and the only way out of this heartbreak, or the only way out of this feeling of want, is getting over this heartbreak. And I think the best way for some of you, there's a change in career coming. There's a change in career that either you already know about or hasn't come yet, and you need to be willing to accept it, because your current choices are interfering with your money. So if you can find the passion to either feel renewed in this job or find another career or job that you would be more fulfilled in, and also just really believing in yourself, because I think that a lot of what the spread is saying is that you're not holding confidence. The Queen of Wands is very confident. The Empress is very confident. Is that the Knight of Swords that just came through? Knight of Swords just came through. So something's coming in quick for you guys to change this energy, because we do definitely have a change coming. Something's going to die so something else can come in. But you guys are blocking it. There's an interference blocking it because you're not believing in yourself. You really need to believe in yourself to bring in this new opportunity in business and in money. And you need to be honest with what you want and be decisive about what you want. Be clear and communicate what your needs and wants are. Maybe for some of you, there may be a female boss at work or a female coworker who is like above you or has seniority over you that you're having a hard time communicating with. But you need to be confident and you need to confront this issue, because it's really weighing you down. And this Knight of Swords is really encouraging you to decisively move with action. Think about what you want to do and move with action and be decisive, because they do want to end this uncomfortable situation of heartbreak for you. So I'm going to throw these cards back in, and then we're going to move on to your love, the love that you will be experiencing this month in September. Okay? Actually, I'm going to pull out the rest of your cards, because I also want to see how they're interacting with each other. So here we go. We have the Prince of Summer. Ooh, falling in love. The Sun reversed and the Four of Autumn. You're worried so much about money that you can't even be happy about this love that's coming in for you. That's pretty clear to me. And then we have 4 cards for your spiritual growth. Let's see. We have the Five of Wands in reverse and end the conflict. The King of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Ace of Cups in reverse. So you are your own biggest obstacle here. That's really what I'm seeing. We have the, as far as your love, let's do these in order quick, and then I'll go over what I'm seeing overall, okay? So as far as your love situation is going, they're trying to either bring in new love, bring in new communication, or develop your relationship a little deeper, because we have the Prince of Summer here, who is the same as the Knight of Cups. And he is trying to ride in to tell you how he feels. This could also be relating to you being more communicative about how you feel, and kind of not getting caught up in your negative emotions, because we also have the Sun in reverse here. And the Sun in reverse is right underneath that Queen of Wands from your money reading. So and then it's followed by the Four of Autumn, which is about managing your money, being trying to find stability in money, being like really trying to save money, trying to hold on to your money, trying to hoard your money. So to me, you're not even seeing this opportunity in your romantic life, because you are so caught up in trying to save money. You're so caught up in your money situation that you can't even think about your romantic life, even though there is something trying to come in for you, whether that's development in your current relationship, whether that is a new relationship, or what have you. You're blocking your money, and you're blocking your romantic self, or your romantic experiences with this lack of confidence that you're having, and with your fears, really, because this is also a fear card. This is a big fear card. So it's an interference causing all of this. So spiritually, what they want you to know is that this conflict is coming to an end. This inner conflict that you're having is coming to an end. And any petty arguments you're having at work, that if you can confront them, we pulled the cards earlier to say, like, you need to confront this situation. If you can confront them, that will bring them to an end. And you will have control over your money situation. Money is coming in for you. We have the King of Pentacles here. The King of Pentacles is a very pragmatic person. He is stable financially and even wealthy. And he really knows like what steps to take care of himself and his family and his money. So I do think that there is a definite movement out of this negative energy if you can find some confidence in yourself. That is really, I'm really drawn to this card because I feel like you're really lacking the confidence to believe this. They are saying that there's an opportunity for new love that you are not seeing, which is kind of backed up by what we saw in your love reading. And that spirit is also trying to communicate with you like psychically, intuitively, clairvoyantly, however you want to say it, but you're not hearing it. And so you really need to get out of your own head, follow your heart, follow your gut, and be more confident about what you are capable of achieving. They want you to be, the Knight of Wands is the most confident knight. Like the Knight of Swords, he's pretty confident, but he has to think a lot. The Knight of Wands, he's a doer. He's always ready for action. The Knight of Swords, he'll come in, they're both really fast, that's why I'm comparing them, but he'll come in with one plan. And if that plan doesn't work out, he's got to sit and think about it again. The Knight of Wands, he'll keep coming at it. He'll keep going in and out how many times he ever needs to get his goal met. And they're saying you need to be resilient. You need to fight for what you want, and you need to be willing to charge forth and take action. Because I think you're in kind of a state of inaction, because that is also kind of what the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Autumn reminds me of. The Four of Pentacles, like I said, is about guarding your money first and foremost, or saving your money first and foremost. But there is also like an energy to it about being stuck for me. Because if you see the Rider-Waite version, he's like all his 4 feet, or his hands and his feet, and on top of his head, he's holding on to money, right? Like he's hugging a coin, his feet are on a coin, there's a coin on his head, money's on his mind, money's on his hands, money's like under his feet, like he has money, or even if he's worried about losing the little money he does have, it's all he's thinking about, right? So he's stuck on it. And I think that really is you right now. You are really blocking your own happiness because you're so stuck on your money situation. Let's see. I want to see what I see in this card because I do think it's important. Yeah, I think you're really envious of other people. I think maybe that for those of you who I was talking earlier about maybe a female energy in your place of business who you have some type of conflict with, I think there's definitely some level of envy there, because we have the very, very well-dressed woman being watched by an onlooker, and he's got like a face that looks a little jealous to me. So I think there is some envy and some jealousy there, and that is also kind of bringing in more like lacking of this confidence, because you really are powerful. We got the Knight of Wands, we got the Ace of Wands earlier, and we have the Queen of Wands. It's not like you are getting like, you know, the Two of Wands. I mean, the Ace of Wands is more powerful than the 2 through 10. It should be next to the Court cards, like energetically, because it's a new beginning. But I'm saying it's like, as far as passion goes, as far as power goes, as far as ferocity goes, the Queen of Wands is what you really want. She's very not diplomatic. She's very social. She knows how to handle social situations, and she really knows how to talk to people in business. She is a good deal maker. She's good at wheeling and dealing. She's good at like handling her ish at work. She's a great problem solver, and she's great at scheduling her day out. She's great at making sure she has time for everything. And I feel like a lot of you are worried about that, making sure you have time for everything. But like, Spirit wants you to know that they have your back on this. They're trying to bring you change, and you're not allowing it because of this lack of confidence. So tell me more about this Ace of Cups in reverse, please. Tell me more about this Ace of Cups in reverse in the spiritual realm. Tell me more about this. Whoa, okay. Again, these are the same card. We have the Eight of Swords again. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is them, and look, okay, so the back of this is like gardens, and the front of this is like a city. So this says to me, in business especially, you're not seeing opportunities, and that is leading you to kind of like turn your back on these opportunities and not even realize. Look, she has a sword that's tied between her bonds, the rope that's tying her up, and her. Like, if she just wiggled a little bit, it would be untied. And then that eagle there is Spirit coming down to save and protect you from the situation. So that is, to me, a very, very clear sign that, like, you are protected in this and you need to move forward. Because there is a lot of good here, but, like, you just keep getting in your own way. They're trying to offer you so much, and you just keep getting in your own way. So, and we have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles both with each other. So like you're intuitively missing out on this love opportunity, and it's also very related to your inability to see opportunities in business and with money. This is also just valuable opportunities in general, valuable beginnings. Okay, so pile number one, people, what we really need to keep in mind for September is that great things are coming in for you in love, in money, in business, and spiritually, you are protected. Spiritually, they want you to know that there is development happening here. You're coming into your leadership energies, and that you won't feel so conflicted if you can just release this insecurity. They really want you to move forward with passion, and really want you to be willing to try again, because this is a test. They're trying to bring you happiness. This is not just the Ten of Cups here, which is another happiness card. This is the Sun. This is a major arcana happiness card, okay? So they really want to bring you fulfillment, happiness, and just like all of the blessings that life has to offer. So you need to be brave enough not to reject them. Look, because even he's facing it, right? He wants to go into this. He wants to run towards it. And look, this guy is facing him too. They are attracted to each other. This action, this passionate action is attracting in your Sun energy. So for this month, try to take action in business, especially. Try to be more passionate and confident about yourself, because that is you're clearly having some sort of money troubles, and that's going to relieve your money troubles, is taking action. You definitely have the opportunities there, even if you don't think you do, you're just not seeing them. And don't forget also that don't let these money troubles distract you from your own personal life and your own personal joy, because they really do want to bring you in an offer of love. This is the Knight of Cups. They want to bring you in an offer of love, and it's very much the last thing on your mind. But it's something that will bring you a little more confidence and bring you a little more clarity in what's important in life, because money is not the most important thing. I know how annoying that is to hear someone say when you're struggling, because, I've been there very frequently, actually, where money was the biggest problem in my life. But the thing is that the more you focus on lack, the more lack is attracted to you. Try to focus on what you have and what you enjoy about your life, so that you can usher in more joy and more abundance. What is already abundant? And I do think love is abundant in your life. I think your cup is running over with love in your life, and you're just forgetting about it because you're so worried about money. So if we can get if we can just get that one thing cleared up, all of this abundance is trying to come in for you this month, especially in love. I know that's not your main focus, but you have no idea how much it will help you. Besides, this is the end of a chapter in your life. That's why it feels so heavy right now, because something's trying to die. And something needs to die to let this sun card in here, right? You're not allowing something to die, so your true happiness can't come in. So let's get these upright. Allow this negative energy to die. Allow this chapter of want to die so that your joy can come in, because you do have a lot of blessings coming in for you. Okay, pile number 1. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. If you would like a more specific reading about your own situation, any question is acceptable. Check down below or email me right here to set up a reading. And like I said at the beginning, I am booking up for this month. So if you're wanting to set something up, now is the time to do it. Look, and we got this up right here. They really want you to understand that you have the power and they're protecting you, okay? So, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring the bell, and become part of the imagination. We'd really love to have you. The citizenship is free. All you have to do is press subscribe, my dude. Love you guys. Mwah! Alrighty, pile number 2. Pile number 2, people. Welcome to your September reading. Alright, so I'm gonna lay out all your cards at once so we can see where the interactions are, but we're gonna individually talk about your money and job situation, your love and romance situation, and also spiritually what your guides have to say, what spiritual development might be coming in. And then I'm also going to clarify with my new vice versa deck, just to get, any sort of warnings, any sort of clarity, whatever we need. Okay, so here we go. We have the Aeon, This is the same as the Judgment card in any other deck. I love this card. It's so pretty. Can you see it? It's so pretty. Okay, so we have Aeon or Judgment. We have the Empress. Last guy's got the Empress in their clarifiers, but you guys have it up right, which is great. And then we have Failure, the 7 of Pentacles. That we'll talk about that. That sounds worse than it is, okay? Because it actually has dual meanings here. Then for love, we have the Wheel of Fortune here. So a change in luck. We have the Chariot in reverse. And we have the 2 of Spring, okay? So that's all about, 2 of Spring is taking a step back, and the Chariot in reverse tells me that there's some lack of motion here, but there's a change of luck. So we'll talk about that too. Then you got 4 cards for your spiritual advice. So we have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. So that's definitely an important message that we will definitely talk about. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Excuse me, the Queen of Swords in reverse. What am I talking about? And then we have the Empress again. Oh my god, Empress, dual Empress energies here, you guys. Wow, that's some powerful energy. And then we have the Strength card, which totally makes sense when you think about how many times the Empress shows up here. So I'm going to take a quick second to look at this, and then we will talk about it. The first thing I'm seeing here is obviously this dual Empress energy here, this Empress energy here. So what I'm seeing is that in the month of September for you guys, you're going to be really in your nurturing, empowered energy. If you are the divine feminine watching, this is saying you're really stepping into the truth of who you are. And even if you're not the divine feminine watching, this is coming into your feminine energy, caring for yourself, knowing yourself, understanding yourself. It's also about fruitfulness and like fertility. So that doesn't necessarily mean having a baby. I mean, maybe some of you work in like the OBGYN or medical field and you will be working with children. So that's very possible. However, I think a lot of you, it's just saying that you will be very fruitful. And I think some of you guys are really worried because you've been planting these seeds and they haven't paid off yet. So you're really worried because we have the Empress looking at the Seven of Pentacles, and then it comes up again here with the Queen of Swords in reverse here. So that's like a lack of clarity, a lack of understanding, and I also get this strong feeling that there is a truth that's going to be revealed in your work life, especially, but there's something, some type of communication, some type of truth that's going to be revealed, because the Judgment card in this case is, I think, talking a lot about expansion. I mean, this Seven of Pentacles, the seeds that you planted that you've been waiting for them to blossom, they're about to blossom open with like the most beautiful blossoms you've ever seen. Like truly, like this is grand expansion. This is a huge turning point for you, because in your job there's a big thing coming up. There's a big newness. There's development happening here. We have the Empress followed by, I don't know which way it is for you guys, but the Empress is following the Judgment card. So you have been deemed worthy. You have been deemed worthy of this success, and there's a lot of success coming in for you. You are really focusing on money, but they are trying to say stop focusing so much on money. Stop worrying about what's going to happen financially, because it's blocking your clarity, and you really need to be in this Empress energy and have strength to handle this transition, because it's big. It's a big transition coming in for you guys. It truly is. Everything's about to kind of blow up in a positive way for you. You're about to pop off, but you're gonna pop off is my point. Like there's definitely a huge amount of development here for you. Tell me more about this Aeon card, this Judgment card. Tell me more about the Judgment card, please. Tell me more about pile number 2, the Judgment card. So we have the King of Cups in reverse and the back of him, and then we have the Seven of Swords. So I think that the Seven of Swords, because sometimes it's about stealing, sometimes it's about being rescued from a situation, but other times it can be about cutting your losses and moving on, okay? Because the 7 here is telling me about, like, you are really letting go of what is not serving you, what you can't use, and moving forward into something new. That's this expansion energy. And also, with the King of Cups in reverse and showing his back to us, to me, what that's really saying is that you're not as worried emotionally, as you're kind of like not letting your emotions get in the way of your success, right? And like this is also about somebody who's deceptive. So to me, it's like you're turning your back on deceptive people. There is because this can also be about deception. So there is like some sort of like deceptive energy here that you're really letting go of. Maybe it's self-deception for some of you, but for others of you, there could be somebody that is lying to you in your business life. And that could be bringing you worries about like your payoff, your financial payoff, your success. But I think really what they're saying is like, you're definitely going to like see that. You're gonna like call it out. You're definitely going to not fall for this person's trickery. But there is definitely for some of you something saying like, watch out for somebody that's coming for you when your back is turned. That's a warning for a few of you. For most of you, this is also saying when with great success comes jealousy. People will be jealous. People will look at you in a way that is like maybe trying to bring you down because they want your successful energy. And see, because we have, what I'm really noticing here is we have this deceptive energy facing the failure card. They want to see you fail, okay? So don't let this person turn your back on this person, but like also when your back is turned, don't let them make progress on pushing you into failure, because you're protected from that failure, okay? It's not, and like this Queen of Swords in reverse is also, because the Queen of Swords is all about truth. So there's definite energies of somebody trying to deceive you, somebody trying to take advantage of you financially or in business, but you're in your Empress energy. You're hella in your Empress energy, and you're very strong. So I think you're going to have the strength to overcome this person, and you're also going to have the leadership skills to combat this issue. People trust you because she's a very trusted person. The Empress is very, very trusted. So let's see what we have going on in love. There's definitely a change. Delays are over. So if you've been experiencing in your relationship, which I believe you have because we have the Chariot, which means there's a lack of motion currently, in reverse, there's a lack of motion, there's a lack of movement, and that's because you and your person needed to take some time to take a step back and evaluate what was going on in this connection. Or if you don't have a connection, it's like your energies were just kind of like needing to be inward at this time. But we are having a change in those energies because the Wheel of Fortune is always about changing your luck, changing your fortune. And upright, we have good luck coming in. So I definitely think that for a lot of you that this person is like going to be a partnership that helps you in work, because wands are about work and the 2 is about partnership. So there's definitely partnership coming in for you guys, and it's all about working towards the future. Like, this is not something that necessarily is going to come in really fast because we do have the Chariot in reverse, but there's definite development here. And you might be traveling towards somebody because I'm seeing the boat, the Chariot, and the Wheel can be about travel. So you might be traveling to see each other, might be traveling with your partner, or you might meet somebody when you're taking a trip somewhere, like for business even. Or it might be somebody that you work with. Maybe you'll go on a business trip with them and connect with them. So be careful with that for sure. But there's progress. There's a lot of progress being made here. So there is definite movement, development, and progress being made in your love situation. Tell me more about this Chariot in reverse. Spirit, please tell me more about this Chariot in reverse. What did we get? Yeah, you've been having to work on your own stability. This card can be about hoarding money, but it's also about personal stability. Okay, and I see, like, because the back of this, he's looking out into the world, but in the front, we're looking at him face on. You had to look at yourself and stabilize who you are. And that was the pause in action. And you're still developing that part of yourself. Can I please get some more information? Okay, so we have the the Page of Pentacles, the Temperance card, and the 7 of Cups. So you may have been previously obsessing about this relationship and really not knowing what direction to take. It might have caused you a lot of indecision, a lot of self-judgment, even maybe some fear. And that really pushed you to go within and realize that you needed to balance yourself out a little bit and kind of, 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot in the air or whatever. 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the ground. And that really is symbolic of saying, like, oh, this one, she's got just a toe in the water. So, like, you really are focusing on being grounded because, like, you see, just her toe is touching the water. But the thing is that you guys are going to be sharing energies this month, you and your partner or your interest or whoever you're about to meet, because we do have new opportunities here. Sorry, this is the side we want to look at. We do have new opportunities coming in. This is a valuable offer. It's also expectations being met. So I think that there is something that you've been expecting to hear about, something that you've been expected to be offered, and that's coming in for you because you've done the work to kind of balance yourself out and balance what your needs are, and you're kind of moving out of this indecisive energy here. I mean, like, look, this person is blinded by their options. I don't know if you can see that, but like his eyes are rolled back in his head. He's blinded by his options. I think this is also saying meditate on your options and kind of be decisive, because maybe you had a lot of options or your person had a lot of options, but there's an obvious answer that you guys are picking each other here because, like, you see the value in this connection. For sure. Let me see. Anything more that you can tell me about the 2 of Wands here? Spirit, what more can we know about the 2 of Wands in September for pile number 2 people? So there's a warning for imbalance here and also a warning for self-sabotage here. So definitely because this is saying balance. And this is also a type of balance. This is stability and this is balance, which are very similar energies. So they're trying to say here, I think, that don't turn your back on balance. We have this in reverse and we're seeing the back of him. Okay, just because the sun is setting on this difficult time in your relationship, and this is also an infinite connection. This is a divine connection. We have the infinity sign here. So don't turn your back on balancing yourself out just because there's development happening, because that's going to end up being a source of self-sabotage. And don't give into your ego. This is a very egoic card. This is like a victory that is like, it's a victory won, but it's not like an honorable victory. It's like a victory through force, okay? So definitely they're saying that allow this to develop in a balanced way, because we have a 2 and a 2 here. So for sure they're saying allow this to develop in a balanced way, allow progress, and don't try to go for the win right now because it's not time. So maybe if you're like, you've been in a kind of like on again, off again, or like kind of like a friends with benefits, with feelings type of situation, this is saying like maybe it's not quite time for a commitment, but there's definitely development. You guys are growing closer. If you're already in a connection, this is probably saying, I think, to make sure that you're treating your partner equally to yourself, having the expectations that are actually their expectations, not yours. Like allow them to live as they are and appreciate them for who they are, and not always trying to win arguments, not always trying to be right, not always trying to have the last word, okay? Because there's definitely some closeness that's coming in here. I mean, if you are in a connection, there may have been some type of stagnance in the relationship, and I think a lot of that was coming from maybe, if you are in a relationship, especially if you're cohabitating, like living together, I don't know why I'm getting that, but especially if you're living together, there might have been like some sort of choices that you had to make regarding each other that were like really stopping you guys from like having that stability in your home, okay? So they're saying like, see the value in this relationship, and definitely allow it to develop as naturally as possible. Don't force anything, because it's all about balance. It's all about balance. So like if you are having a hard time cohabitating with somebody, understand that you guys are sharing space, especially if it's a new cohabitation. If you recently moved in together, understand that you guys are sharing space in a way that you were not before. Like, even if you've been together for years and you just recently moved in together, it's new. There is a newness here. It's because we have the page too. So it's a new opportunity, and there's a novice aspect here. Okay. And this is also about expectations, like I said. So make sure that you are having realistic expectations in this situation. Even if you're not cohabitating, that's still true. Making sure you're having realistic expectations and staying balanced within yourself and within the relationship, respecting the other person's boundaries, and also respecting your own needs. It's a balancing act. It's not going to always be that everybody sees eye to eye all the time. If it was like that, we would live in a very, very boring world with no development. We need that little drop of chaos to give us something to strive for, to give us something to work for, to help us develop. And the best way to develop through that is to try to find balance in that chaos, okay? So let me see if I see anything else that we need to talk about here. Let me get more information on this strength card. I do think a lot of this is just overall strength. And this is, I always say this, the strength card, oh my gosh, look at this. Comes up with the strength card and the magician. Magician is saying you have everything you need, and communication is key. You can and also if you are in this expanding in your work is going to be about networking with the right people, because this is a networking card. And this might be on the internet for some of you. But they're saying have the inner strength to know what you want and who you are. And also we have another infinity sign, 2 infinity signs here, and then another one down here. So you guys are in your divine alignment right now. That's what that's telling me. We have a lot of infinity signs showing up. This is divinely planned. This is part of your divine plan. So the strength card, I always say this, the strength card is not just about brute force strength. This is about inner strength. This is about, it's about diplomacy. It's about gentleness. It's about nurturing. It's about pulling yourself back up. It's about emotional strength. It's feminine strength, right? She's taming the beast, okay? And you have everything it takes to do that, to tame the beast within, and to deal with this major expansion that's coming. You are prepared to deal with this, because I think there is some fear here. I think that a lot of you guys are not sure how to feel about this expansion, because it's a lot. It's something that you've always been asking for, but that you never have had before. It's something that you have never really done before, which is also probably why the Page of Pentacles is coming up. So they're saying you are capable. You can do this. And see, we have the shooting star here that's confirming that this is a wish for you guys, because this is a manifesting card, right? You're manifesting your wishes right now, and you have everything it takes to do this. You're strong enough, you're capable, you're competent, you can do this. This is for you. This is your life path journey, okay? So just just to get all these overarching energies into one package for you, just to like summarize, that's the word I'm looking for. You guys are coming into a nurturing leadership role. You're definitely nurturing your career, and also just in general coming into your personal feminine power, coming into this month. This is a big month for you guys. They don't want you to worry about money at all, because that is really not where your focus needs to be. Pay attention to the connections you're making. Networking is very important for you in your career especially, and be looking out for somebody that is wanting you to fail, and make sure that you don't give in to them or kind of like connect with their energies, because that's only going to make them more powerful. It's not about proving them wrong. It's not about stopping them in their tracks. It's about like they're here, you're here, they're like coming to try to like screw up your ish, and then you swoop right around them and continue on in your life. Okay? It's not about, like I said, it's not about engaging. It's not about engaging, because that's just going to stop you up. It's about surpassing. Okay? In your love life, there's definite development here. Make sure you're focused on balance. Make sure you're focused on respecting the other person as a partner. This is not, behind every great man is a woman, behind every great woman is a man. No, you're side by side. You guys are equals. And there is a lot of, where does this go? This goes here with the Strength card. There is a lot of emphasis here on balance and stability. And also that progress is not necessarily going to be at breakneck speed. That's why we have this Chariot in reverse. However, like I said, there is a change coming, a positive change coming in this for your love life. So be willing and ready to let that come in. But don't be so willing that you're trying to jump to the end, right? Because here's the thing about a relationship, any relationship, whether it's romantic or not, the best part about it is not the end, is not getting to it's like your most amazing part of your relationship is not the wedding, or is not the commitment or whatever, or in a friendship, it's not the part where you declare each other best friends or something like that. It's leading up to that. It's building that up. And every moment that you build that is like a moment for you to like solder together the relationship, right? Every time that you guys have a beautiful moment together, it's strengthening that bond. And that's what I think this is really about, is being willing to strengthen the bond before you kind of try to shotgun union get together, okay? And by the way, the Two of Wands is an 11 energy, so we definitely could be dealing with soulmates here. And the thing about soulmates is that sometimes it's like, we're on, we got it, let's go. And other times it takes time to develop, because it's very special, it's very important, and it really is changing your life for the better. That's also probably evident because of the Wheel card. It's changing your life for the better. As far as spiritually, they are definitely saying, like, don't get caught up in the fog. Don't allow anything to kind of take your clarity away from you, and don't allow any self-deception, because this is your time to shine. This is your time to be fruitful, to flourish, to have everything you ever needed, right? And to be abundant. And that you have the strength and all of the tools needed to achieve anything that you want to, and to not be so worried about how long it's going to take to get there, what it's going to look like on the way, and just try to live in the present. Try to be happy with what you have. Don't be disappointed if not everything goes the way you planned it, because it's all in divine accordance. And also, like, allow time for your seeds to grow. It's kind of the same thing as the point that I was making in your love section. Seeds need time to grow. You can't just expect to plant a seed and then tomorrow you have a beanstalk. And then, like, now you're, you know, like on cloud 9 because you climbed the beanstalk and you're amazing. Like, that can happen, but it takes time. We can't all be Jack with the magic beanstalk, right? And even then, that was a very dangerous experience for him. So, like, basically they're saying we're developing something stable for you. We're developing financial stability, emotional stability, spiritual stability. You and spirit are co-creating, developing that together, and have the patience. This is saying have patience, along with temperance. Temperance is all about patience. So definitely this month is going to be about expansion and patience for you, especially expansion though. There's a lot happening for you this month. So very, very happy for you guys. Very, very excited for you guys. Let me know how the month goes. Come back and let me know. And if you'd like to have a more specific reading about your personal life, or, you know, like business life or whatever, I'm just saying like your personal experience, here's my email. You can email me here to set something up. I am booking up for the month, so definitely get those in as soon as you can if you are interested. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to become part of the Emma Nation. We got our citizenship fee is just pressing the subscribe button, and then you become a citizen of the EMMAgineIntuit. Okay, so it's really, really not that hard, and it's super free. It's more free than any other citizenship than birth, which costs your parents money. So I'm just saying, you can become a part of a whole nation, and all you got to do is click a button. All right, and definitely do comment. Let me know what resonated and what didn't. I would really like to hear about like what your guys' business situation is going on, because there is something really big coming for you in that realm. So definitely let me know, and we'll see you next time. Mwah! Bye. Okay, pile number 3. This is you guys. All right, pile number 3. I didn't want to tell pile number 2 and pile number 1 because I didn't want them to feel left out. But the cards would not stop spitting. I was trying to do 3s for you guys, and the cards would not stop spitting out 4s. You got 4 of every single card except... No, you got 4 of every single card. So that's crazy. That is amazing for you, because 4s are all about stability. So pile number 3, before we even start, like the fact that all 3 cards came out with 4s by accident tells me that this is going to be a very stable month for you. So let's find out what we got going on. I'm going to lay out all your cards, see how the energies intertwine, and we'll talk about them each individually. So for money, we have the 6 of Swords, the 4 of Wands, that's a stability card, the Magician, and the Ace of Swords. Wow, already you guys, there's so much amazing stuff happening for you this month. Holy crap. Number 3. Blah, 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 blah. You guys got it going to on. You guys got it going the F on right now. So in your love, you guys, I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. All right, in your love situation, we have the 2 of Winter, so the 2 of Swords. We have the Ace of Swords, or excuse me, the Ace of Cups in reverse, the Ace of Summer. Is it Summer? Yeah, the Ace of Summer, the Ace of Cups in reverse. We have the 5 of Spring, which is the 5 of Wands, and then we have the 9 of Spring. So I think that we'll get into it actually. Just give me a moment. Give me a mo. Oh my God, you guys, you won't believe this. In your spiritual deck, we have The Magician. Magician energy. Magician energy. Oh my gosh. You guys can make anything happen for yourself this month. This is just confirmation. You can make literally whatever you want happen this month if you manifest it. So we have the Fool in reverse, the Ace of Swords again. Oh my gosh. And the Ace of Wands. So let me take a look at this and then we'll talk about it. There's a lot going on here. Like, I can see why they gave you guys 4 cards of everything. There is a lot going on here. All right, sorry, I just went like the girl from The Ring, remember? All right, so give me a second to look at this and we will talk about it. Okay, so first of all, I think a lot of you are going to be working on the internet or working in a communication field because we have the 6 of Swords, which is about moving from rough waters into calmer waters, but it's also the internet card. It's the science card. It's the technology card. So that's crazy because we also have the Magician and the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is all about communication and the Magician is about networking and communication. So to me, there's a lot of evidence here that says you will be working on the internet, you will be working in a public role, a speaking position, maybe working in the sciences, possibly working in technology, on something that has to do with communication. But it's going to be very successful. There's a lot of success here and it's going to be really stable. Your income is going to be super duper stable because this is the 4 of Wands is all about like union. It's about stability. It's about family. It's about the home. So working from home, another reason why I think it's the internet, working from home. So I think a lot of you guys are going to be very comfortable at work. You're going to kind of be in your very powerful magician energy, making everything you want, getting your goals happen. And he's got wings on his feet. So it's like you're going to be moving swiftly. Everything's going to be moving in really fast. And you're going to be moving into something better than you've ever had before. There's going to be truth. There's going to be there's something on your mind that you want to share. There's something on your mind that you want to create and that you want to talk about, that you want to share with the world. And the Magus card is saying like, do it. And we have the confirmation down here. It's crazy. The only thing stopping you is that you're not willing to take this leap of faith. That is the only thing stopping you, is if you're a little bit unsure of taking this leap of faith, this is your confirmation to do it. Because we have it in reverse here between these two things, between doing and the idea. Okay? So the Magus or the Magician is all about taking an idea and doing it. And actually, the Fool card comes right before the Magician. So they're saying you are ready to do it, but you're not taking the action. Right? Like you have the idea, and you have what it takes to execute this idea, but you're afraid, I think. You're a little bit afraid. You don't want to be reckless. You don't want to act too soon. And maybe there's even people around you that are telling you like, man, I don't think it's the time, blah, blah, blah. But you're very passionate. You're very passionate about this. And that passion is going to lead you to great places. This is an amazing reading. Like, I cannot believe it. So the challenges that I'm seeing here are in the love life. Okay, so I do think that there's a thing here where you're kind of getting caught up and confused about your love life. Don't let that get in the way of your business. Whatever, I think a lot of you, because this is the Magus, he works for himself, right? I think a lot of you guys are maybe working for yourself or like kind of like self-managed at work. But the first card we have here for the love section, the romance section, is the 2 of Winter, the 2 of Swords. So it's about making a choice that's better for you than for other people. So that's not necessarily like, okay, so for some of you, hold on, I need to get something to drink. So for some of you, it's that you have been making a lot of this for the betterment of your significant other rather than for your own betterment. And it's something that you're kind of realizing and trying to stop doing. And for others of you, it's saying like, you need to choose. Some of you might be working outside too. Sorry, I just got that. or working in the outdoors or something like that. Anyway, some of you might be doing like public speaking events outdoors. Anyway, sorry. But it's going to be very successful if that's you. So this Two of Winter, it's balancing the mind and the heart. And this is saying to me that you're trying to maybe please people outside of the relationship, and that is getting in the way of your relationship. Like you're unwilling to kind of focus on your own personal truth in this relationship, and you're letting other people kind of whisper in your ear about like what is good and what is bad, and that's really stopping you from really getting things going in this relationship. It's getting in the way of this opportunity for you. And it's also about like not following your intuition, because we have the Dove here, which means that this is a divine connection. Okay, your cup runneth over. This is a divine connection. But there is a lot of arguing about it. So this Five of Spring is about petty arguments and infighting. There's either arguments or conflict, and I don't think it's between you and your significant other. I think it's between either within yourself about your significant other, or like within your family group or within your friend group regarding your relationship. And a lot of people are telling you to give up on this relationship, that that it's not right for you, or like you're telling yourself like, I don't have time for this because I have so much going on in my work life and my personal success. I don't have time for this relationship. But I don't think that's true. I think that this is a really beautiful opportunity for you to enjoy love in a way that you have not before. That if you would stop fighting yourself, or if you would stop listening to these people that are trying to argue with you, that you're almost there. You're so close. You're so close to having union. You're so close to being fulfilled emotionally. You're so close to starting this new chapter. And the thing that's stopping you is this kind of conflict, this inner conflict and this outer conflict that's affecting you. And for some of you, it's both, but for a lot of you, it's like family members or a family kind of like experience that is affecting you. And that might be, you might work with your family, because this is a family card. And this is like talking about, why did I pick this card up? Oh, because it's the science card. I was thinking like work. Okay. Because this is a family card. So you guys might be working with family. But I think that this is an opportunity for you to break off and work for yourself. And that might be the idea we were talking about before, that you want to be self-employed. You want to do something more in communication, more possibly even on the internet. And you're worried maybe about disappointing your family. And maybe this person's encouraging you to do that. And that is something that, there could also just be differences in general about between you and this person's lifestyle, like your romantic interest lifestyle, that makes you feel like they might not be accepted by your family. But this is another situation where they're saying your unwillingness is to take this leap of faith is what's stopping you, because there is passion here too. There's passion, because we have, okay, so even though these are all for separate things, they also interact, right? And we have that this idea is related to how close you are to having this union. Like the exploration of this idea is related to how close you are for having this union. And if you can allow your passion to bring you forth in both of these, it will bring completion to this, and this idea will only be better. Okay, because there's a lot of divine, you have 3 aces here. 3 aces, and one of them is doubled up. So there's a lot, the aces are all about divinity in beginnings, right? It's about new beginnings that are divine. And there is a lot that, like, the universe is backing you up on this. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones here, which is like all about newness. It's all about balance. It's the God head of the situation, like the divine, there's divine spirit in this whole spread. So like this is good. Everything that's happening for you is good. And for some reason, You're kind of like worried about maybe what your family, how your family will perceive you if you take this big step forward. But you have what it takes to succeed. You are the magician. I mean, we have it twice here. You're spiritually the magician, and at work you're the magician. So it's like you can balance all of this out. Tell me more about this 9 of spring, this 9 of wands. Tell me more about this 9 of wands, please. Tell me more about this 9 of wands in reverse, please. Here we go. And we have the 6 of swords in reverse, and with its the 6 of swords in reverse. This is the same card right here. So, like I said, I think that whatever your work situation is getting in the way of you holding on to this connection. What is stopping you is that you're worried that if you get into this connection any deeper, that it's going to get in the way of your personal success because you're going to get caught up in it. And I'm not sure if that's really a valid fear. Oh gosh. So we have the Knight of Swords. You're running away from your passion. And you're also kind of like not trying to think about this in a way of like confidence. You're not being confident in this situation. It's like you're not willing to keep trying, because the thing about the Knight of Swords, or the Knight of Wands, geez Louise. Thing about the Knight of Wands, when we're looking at him from the front, he charges in and he's willing to come back. He charges in. If he fails, he will return. In this case, we see him walking away. So it's like you're retreating. You're retreating from this. There's a darkness here in your choice. You're not willing to, or maybe not even that you're not willing, but it's like that's what you're really driven to do. Tell me more about this 5 of spring. Tell me more about this 5 of spring, please. More about this 5 of spring, please. Okay. And we have the Queen of Cups with her back turned to us. I think that what I'm getting is a mother energy, that there's a mother or okay, for some of you, there's a conflict with a female who's very sensitive, turning her back on you if you enter this relationship. It's maybe an important connection, could be possibly an ex. For others of you, your mother does not approve of this connection, whether it's because she doesn't think you're ready for one, or whether she doesn't like your person. It's not very clear to me, but it's like she's not supportive of this energy, of this connection. Tell me more about this Queen of Cups. Why is this Queen of Cups here? Why is this Queen of Cups here with the 5 of spring? Tell me more about the Queen of Cups and the 5 of spring together. And we have, she thinks you're rushing in. Somebody thinks you're rushing in a foolish way. She thinks you're being foolhardy, I guess. So tell me more about this Ace of Summer in reverse. Tell me more about the Ace of Cups in reverse. And then we have the Ace of Cups upright. So they're saying that this could be an Ace of Cups upright, but because of all of these issues, it's not. Tell me more about the Ace of Cups. Tell me more about the Ace of Cups in reverse, Ace of Cups upright. Oh. And we have, oh my gosh, we have the Queen of Pentacles here. So this is like a mother. This is a wife. This is somebody who is, it's like the perfect wife, right? Like she's a perfect partner for starting, like building a family. And it's coming right underneath the 4 of Wands. So this could be a soulmate, a twin flame soulmate even. Especially considering we have 2 Ace of Cups underneath it. Okay, so tell me more about this indecision, this 2 of Winter, following your heart, following your head. Tell me more about this 2 of Swords energy, please. We have the Emperor with his back turned to us. You're worried that if you make the wrong choice, that that you will miss out on being the leader you truly want to be. And the Emperor is also like what lies behind your control, what goes beyond your control. This connection is more than what you're going to be able to run away from, because it is a soulmate connection. It's something that even if you try to avoid it, you'll keep thinking about it. It's something that's like about, like, this is about kind of like this is about union. When his back is showing to us, it's about union, and it's got the sun card here. So there's joy too, and you're kind of turning your back on that joy. So we also have the moon and the sun, which is masculine, feminine. It's about joy, balance, union, alchemy. Like, you could create this into the relationship you want it to be, but you're in this hangman position. You need to see this from another perspective. You need to see this from your own perspective, right? Because on the back here, we have 2 other people's perspective, but we got it face up. So it's like, you need to see this from your own perspective, because your fear is only in your mind. This is this ego here. This is divinely guided. This is divinely protected. And the divine is coming in to help you with this situation. As you can see, this sword could cut you free from these bonds. This is an imagined jail, an imagined seizure. You're caught up, but it's only in your imagination, or only in your mind. This is you're not a victim of the circumstances as much as you want to believe. You're actually just holding up the situation because you're stuck in your circumstance by choice. This is a personal prison that you created for yourself. Okay, so as far as your love situation goes, from what the cards are saying, I see that you need to be moving forward, or not need to. If you moved forward with this, it would be successful, and you would still have your success. And that listening to other people is only going to confuse you more. Like maybe your friends are fine, but like, especially this female energy, this emotional female energy, could be a water sign. Is like really getting inside your head and really causing you to not follow what your soul is telling you to do. The communication between you guys is strained because of this. Okay, tell me more about this Fool in reverse before we wrap up here. Tell me more about this Fool in reverse. Tell me more about this Fool in reverse. We have the 3 of Cups and the 3 of Cups not facing us, the back of the 3 of Cups, and we have the back of the Chariot. So the back of the 3 of Cups is about offering and celebration. So offering yourself to this, lending yourself to this, to these opportunities is going to bring you celebration. And as the back of this is showing that as he's driving forward, this path is disappearing, meaning you can let go of your past you can let go of your past, and also that the path will appear ahead of you as you walk forward, which is really what the Fool is all about. It's about taking the step off of the cliff and trusting that spirit will bring the ground up to your feet to meet you. And this is a confirmation of that. Moving forward, move forward, and the path will unfold in front of you. Okay? So just to recap here, your business life is going great, especially for those of you who are going to be working from home, moving away from working with family, working for yourself instead, working outdoors, or working on houses, like if you work in construction or whatever. Those, you like, there's a lot of opportunity there, and follow your new ideas. If you like, working on the internet and working for yourself and networking for yourself is going to be very, very successful for you. Your hands are on the helms of power right now. Helms? The reins of power is what I'm trying to say. You can hold on to, you can direct this energy wherever you want, and there's a lot of positive energy here. You literally have the whole world in front of you. You can do whatever you want. And as far as your love situation goes, we spent a lot of time covering that, so you should know already what I'm going to say. But Spirit is really guiding you here to move forward with what your heart desires, because the people around you that are trying to stop you, they are looking out for your better interest, but they don't understand the situation. They can't see it in the way that it exists. They can only see it from the outside. And this is a decision that needs to be made within you. Okay? This is a decision where other people's opinions and making other people happy is not going to bring you success. You need to do something to make yourself happy, because this could be possibly your soulmate, possibly your divine counterpart. Like, this is somebody that can really like nurture you and help create a better life for you with them, not trying to fix you, not trying to change you, but respect you for who you are and create a better experience in life for the both of you through your partnership. This is a divine partnership. It's divinely guided. It's of divine architecture. And like this petty infighting, this conflict that you're experiencing with yourself or with other people is coming from a place of fear. It's coming from a place of shame. Like, you don't want to disappoint people around you, and you're worried that you're like rushing into something, but you're really not. This is an opportunity to move into something better. It's not going to get in the way of your success, and it's worth continuing to try for. It's worth putting more effort into, because you're almost there. You're almost there. You almost have that stability. Stability is coming. I told you before we started, this is a very stable energy. As far as spiritually, they really want you to follow your passion, want you to follow your ideas this month. All of your ideas this month are divinely guided and will pay you back in dividends. And definitely want you to be taking that leap of faith and trust that your path will unfold in front of you, because you are so powerful to manifest whatever you want this month, okay? All right, pile number 3. That is probably the best reading out of anybody. I'm so happy for you guys. I'm really excited to see what you guys have to say. Let me know what resonated. Let me know, like, you know, what's going on with the love situation. I'm always curious to hear that. And also let me know if you guys are working online, because I would be really interested to find out what's going on with that. But definitely be brave and have faith in yourself. Don't forget, I am offering personal readings. Here is my email right here if you want to contact me there. Otherwise, the information and pricing is down below in the description. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can become a citizen of the imagination just by clicking that little subscribe button. Don't forget to ring the bell so you get notifications whenever I post. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming. I will see you in the next one. Mwah!